Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nicole Richard. One of the things that I've been tasked with over the last year is sort of leading the evaluation group, and we've been a little quiet. But ultimately, what we want to do is come up with evaluations that can be used by the lead instructors. So ultimately, what we want to do is provide technical and educational development support in addressing the needs of small and medium scale processors towards compliance with the rule, and possibly identify knowledge gaps contributing to difficulties encountered by the target audience. Our target audience is really those smaller processors, the people who are struggling to comply with the rule. You know, the larger people aren't part of a lot of the discussion that we're having right now. The people who are complying with the rule, not having problems, they have adequate resources. So we really want to use this evaluation tool as an opportunity to get at some of the information that we need so that we can better serve the audience, so the smaller and medium scale processors. And we're going to be targeting our evaluation at the communicators to get at the target audience. So what have we done so far? A survey was initiated and we found out that I think there's a good support for using an evaluation tool. We came up with one tool to be used by the region. 63% of the people said yes, whereas 33% said maybe. So hopefully we can get them on board. Maybe it has to do with is it something that's easy? We want to make it easy for people to use. It can't be another task. There's a lot of work that goes on in putting on these workshops, so we just need to figure out a way to make this easy so that people will use it. And so ultimately we want to develop a draft of an evaluation tool to capture some information that's used sort of before the class is taught, capture information immediately following the class, and then a follow-up. So those are the three tools that we're looking to develop. And then once so right now we're working on developing the tool. We're also going to start having discussions about determining a data sharing mechanism with NECAFS. How are we going to have this data get to NECAFS so that we can use it and summarize it and hopefully provide reports to the people who are taking the time to provide us with the information. We need to promote its usage, and then once we get the tool developed, we'll start collecting data and discussing what kind of reports we can spit back out for the people who are helping us to collect the data. So initially, I'm not sure where we are on our timeline, but right now we're developing the data sharing mechanism and we're finalizing our tool. And then it will be finalizing the tool and really promoting it, that it's out there, and trying to get a lot of the communicators on board to use it. And it'll be great because if we can capture more of this information as a region, it'll make us all stronger. So this is just from last year. We have the evaluation work group, the NECAFS staff that's helping us in the NECAFS management team. So everyone's working together for all of these three work groups that we're talking about. So right now what I want to do is use the rest of this time to, so there's on the table, there's some forms. The top form is sort of a general form that you can use. And then it's double-sided paper, but we have an example, like a draft of the evaluation tools. If you could take some time today and provide feedback, we'd really appreciate it. You can provide feedback, you can scribble right on the forms, or if it's easier, you can use the cover sheet form and provide some feedback. But any feedback that you can provide is going to be valuable. We take a lot of this.
Which one? Not this?
Nope, it looks like, yes, you have it. It looks like,
Evaluation for.
yeah, that one.
Yeah.
So if everyone would take some time to provide some feedback, that'd be great. And this can be anonymous, you don't have to write your name on it. You can just hand it to me later or hand it to Dave or Andrea. And we'll incorporate this as our first sort of feedback for our first draft, and we'll communicate moving forward.
You're referring to the FSPCA evaluation?
Yes.
Wait, what? FSPCA? What-
No,
what's
so
your-
on this form, I also asked, are you an
anybody need
instructor to get,
What is the current evaluation form? Is that,
I haven't looked at it in a long time, so,
well, that might be a good idea.
yeah. Last time I looked at it, it was like, I don't remember.
What are you gonna do with the information?
So with the feedback that we get, I'm going to incorporate any feedback into editing.
No, once you get this done, what are you gonna do with the information that you get back from the evaluation?
Oh, so that the whole,
So this is the
Wait,
okay.
This is for us to fill out our thoughts.
So you can fill out either one. You can just write on the front form, or you can just scribble right on here. Whatever works for you. That's what you're, thanks, Chris. So I received a question, what are we gonna do with this data? And I think, NECAFS needs to collect, or looks to, yeah.
A quick question, number one is whether or not you're an instructor or not.
Mhm.
If they're not, do you want them to continue the rest of the evaluation? Is there-
And you don't have to be a lead instructor, but if you've been an instructor in the class and you're familiar with the class, please do it. If you haven't been an instructor and you're not familiar with the curriculum,
So if you've
you don't
taken
have
it,
to.
this is not meant for them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're evaluating now? Oh, okay.
But I can pull through.
So this,
Okay.
so if I really liked you as a teacher, I would put all 5.
Even though it's for understanding of,
Well, this is self-reporting, so it's not like a pre and post or just a question of knowledge. You're just asking, do you feel that you know the difference between this and this?
yeah.
And you might be optimistic and say 5, but you really don't.
So if you think there's a better way to capture it, that feedback is valuable. Like,
Okay. And I'd like to see the current one too. Because for some reason this is supposed to supersede that or add on to it or somehow fill in the gaps from the one that no one's using.
yeah, yeah.
You guys are done with that, I'll take them while I walk around.
No, not yet.
I know it's a lot to review now, so whatever you're able to, whatever feedback is.
That's great, just the first page.
Yeah.
Evaluation.
Take a look at this. Yeah, that is actually, evaluation.
The next ones are, the next.
Yeah, so it's like
questions is
the
if you-
pre-course, one for immediately, and then the follow-up. They're all back to back.
Yeah. What?
The other,
Oh, this one? Wait.
right here.
You don't want us to really, you don't want us to really fill it out, right? You just want
No,
us
not fill it out, just provide feedback on the questions. Like, this question sucks, I think this is really something you need to consider asking, or,
Well, this pre-course is not a course before the PC course. This is before they take the course.
yes, yes.
Let me clarify. Nicole, if you have taken the course,
Mhm.
is there anything that you want people to fill out?
Yeah, if you've taken the, well, I'm not looking for answers on the survey, like, I'm not looking to evaluate someone that's taken the course right now.
Okay.
I'm looking to evaluate the evaluation tool.
Okay, so you're using that reference as the course evaluation as an example.
Have you taken the course? So if someone says, no, I haven't taken the course, and then
You
they
don't want them to
proceeded.
fill out this course evaluation.
Right, just provide feedback on it,
That helps.
like, yeah. Thank you. And then we have the poll question up. And if you have feedback that you'd like to talk about or anything, you can come find me, I can give you my contact information.
Oh, it's a packet. Oh, packet house reference, right? No, I know.
I keep thinking of the produce safety evaluation. That's just a worthless piece of crap,
Mm.
you know? And I never use it. It's just a burden.
Yes, that's not what we want this to be. We want it to be something that's simple.
I would just like to know if they learn anything.
Yeah.
I don't think
Like, I think, like with the follow-up, we want to get at like some of the trouble they've had, so we can identify, are there resources around this topic that we can point them to, or is there a gap in resource? Like, do we need more resources?
Yeah,
developed?
a training program
So what do you care about what kind of food they produce?
We might not.
Well, I'm just thinking, someone's gotta analyze all this data over time. So
Yeah.
the more tighter you make it, the